Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This one I saw Beck at DNF Books do on her channel recently, and she just sent out a blanket tag, so here it is. I am going to be doing the DNF Book Tag. Yeah, there are 8 questions essentially. And the reason why I thought now was a good time to do this tag was because I have recently been DNFing a lot of books, and I do have reasons for why I am doing that, and I thought this would be a kind of a nice structured way in which I can share that with you. So the question number 1 is, do you DNF? Absolutely, I DNF. For sure. And DNF, for anyone who doesn't know, means did not finish. So I will very easily start a book, don't like it, I'm just not going to read it anymore, so I just quit. Question number 2. If you do DNF, which I do, does it count for your finished books for the month? Or I guess you could say for the year. I don't really, I do have a Goodreads goal, but I do it for like the year. So like last year I did 19 books was my goal because it was 2019. This year I did 20. So I've long surpassed that. But no, I wouldn't consider a book unfinished toward my books read. However, if the question is page count, I would consider the amount of pages I read in that book that I didn't finish, because there was still pages that I read, so I'm going to count it. Although on Goodreads, for the most part, I DNF audiobooks typically, and when you put like 14% into Goodreads, you don't know how many pages that is, so I guess probably not then either. Question number 3, is there a difference between DNF and just putting the book down for a little bit? Yeah, for sure. I think there is often times where I'm like, I'm not in the mood for this book, but I can see a time where I would be in the mood for this book, so I'll just stop now and then pick it up again if I'm ever in the mood. I've done that a few times, and there's always the question, if you push through reading a book that you're not enjoying, if you just push through, you're going to end up giving it a low rating anyway. So if it has potential for your reading tastes, why not just wait until you're more in the mood for that kind of book, and then perhaps it might get a more accurate rating. So, yeah. Number 4, what popular books have you DNF'd? Oh boy, lots of them. If you guys have been on my channel for any amount of time, you will agree. Like Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, Darker Shade of Magic by Victoria Schwab. There's lots, guys. I can't think of more off the top of my head, but there are lots. Question number 5. What are some books you wished that you had DNF'd? I don't know if I have any. I'm going to quickly look on my Goodreads. I'm going to look at the books I've rated like super low and see if any of those would fit. I don't know, maybe The Promises She Keeps by Erin Healy. I read this one in August, and like I can't tell you to this day what that book is about. It did not hold my interest at all. My mind was constantly wandering. It was super weird. Just maybe that one, or I gave The Blue Castle a really low rating by L.M. Montgomery. wish I DNF'd it, but it was kind of a useless book for me, so those, I guess I'll just go with those. Next question. Have you ever re-attempted to read a DNF? Yes, I have. I've done that a couple of times, and I plan to do that. There's a few books in my head right now that I can think of that I have DNF'd that I would like to give a second chance or a third chance or whatever. Yeah, there are. Was it successful? Okay, so I'm trying to think back to a situation where I have done that. Well, I did that with Julie of the Wolves because I started so I read this book when I was a kid, and then I tried to reread it again last year, and I thought it was boring. But then for this year's childhood reads, I picked it up again and finished it. I guess in that scenario, it wasn't very successful because it was just a meh book for me. So, what do you do with DNF'd books? Well, I definitely don't keep them if I own them. Obviously, if I have them from the library, I just return them. Yeah, so I'll probably just donate them. Although I do have other plans for my unhauled books, and I'm really excited to put that together and share it with you guys. Not yet though. Okay, that was number 7. Number 8, do you choose more or less risky titles based on your DNF policy? More. I think the more willing you are to DNF the book, the more wider your net can be cast, because you're willing to DNF it. And so even if you don't have high expectations for it, you go into it, you were right, there isn't anything there for you, so you quit. And at least you know. See, that's the thing with all of my DNFs recently, is because this is my second year really trying on BookTube here, really making an effort, and there are so many books that people talk about that either they sound interesting, but I'm not sure of the content, or I've tried something else that author has written and I didn't like it, so I'm hesitant on that one. There could be a whole host of reasons, right? But instead of just what was the one just recently? Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. That one went huge last year and a little bit this year. And so I requested from the library, and knowing some of the content, I kind of figured that I would give it a bit of an iffy rating, but because everyone loved it so much, I was wondering if the good would outweigh the bad and I would actually enjoy it. And so I gave it a try and I DNF'd it. But now when I hear people talk about Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, I don't have to wonder, I wonder if I would like that one. And then constantly have this, oh right, I was gonna try that book. Oh, should I try it? Shouldn't I? Just try it, whatever. If it doesn't grip you in the first bit, if you're not intrigued, if you're not interested, don't waste your time on it. Just let it go. And so yeah, now I can watch other people's reviews on Dark Matter, and I can see them talk about it in their wrap-ups or their best of or their worst of, and I kind of have an idea of what the book was about, but I knew it wasn't for me, so I was like, kind of just rolls off your shoulder then, right? So that's kind of what my goal is for the end of the year here, is to kind of go hard on all the books that people have been talking about that have interested me, so that I can kind of get all that out of the way, so that I can really focus on the ones that truly interest me. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Let me know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Let me know what your thoughts are on DNFing books as well. I know a lot of people like the what is it like? The 100-page mark or 50% mark before they fully give up on it? Nah, I can give it 2 pages. And if it's not interesting, I'm not going to push myself. This is life. Let's live it, and for the most part, let's enjoy it and do the things that we enjoy. And why force yourself to get through 100 pages just to DNF it if the first 100 pages weren't interesting anyway, you know? I don't know. So that's what I'm thinking. The last question, it's not a question, but it just wants you to tag people. So I don't know who has done this tag, because I think this tag isn't very new. So I'm not sure who has already done this tag. So maybe I won't tag anyone in this video and just say, if you want to do this video, let me know in the comments below. Either that you made the video, or if you don't have BookTube, let me know in the comments below what your answers would be. And yeah, let's just talk about DNFing books, why we DNF books. Yeah. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!